Here it is.
I see you got that dad face on, so you're impressed with this.
Let's play John Lynch. Let's
Come
play
on.
John Lynch. All right, now we're gonna play John Lynch. The Niners have a ton of free agents. I'm gonna go down the list and I'm gonna keep track. And I when I say I'm gonna keep track, I mean it's not like we're tied to this forever. It's not like your Tannehill take or my Herbert take. This is just on
those takes are going to be on our headstones.
This is just a February 24th. Coach LK will go down the list and then we'll say who stays, who goes. Like either you want the guy back or he's gone. Okay, here we go.
Okay,
we'll go down the list. Chris Conley. What do you think? Stays or goes?
Goes.
Okay, I'm gonna actually say that Chris Conley stays. Ray McCloud.
I want T. Martin to emerge. That's why.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I do too. But I think Chris Conley's probably a minimum guy, but we'll see. Ray McCloud. Goes. I'm going to say he goes as well. Ray. Bye-bye, Ray. Love Ray. Bye-bye, Ray. JJ. Jawan Jennings, restricted free agent. Goes,
stays.
Mm-hmm. I say the same. He stays. Ben Barch, offensive lineman. Backup offensive lineman. Stays.
Yep.
I'm going to say stays as well. John Feliciano.
Go.
Feliciano, you have going. I'm going to say goes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Matt Pryor.
Stay.
Really? Okay. I've got him going for sure.
Okay.
Charlie Warner.
Go.
I'm going to say stays.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold.
Go.
I agree. I think Darnold probably is going to go. Ross Dwelly.
I think he goes. I don't want him to, but I think he goes.
Yeah, I say he goes. Brandon Allen.
I think he stays.
I think he stays too. I think one of those guys stays and one goes.
Yeah.
And I think I'll tell you, I do have my next topic, and we're going to get into it. My favorite quarterback sleeper in the draft.
Okay.
But Brandon Allen's gonna stay for me. Sam Darnold's gonna go. All right, that's the offense. Now we'll flip over the card and we'll do the defensive free agents. Randy Gregory.
Stay.
Okay, I'm gonna say he goes. Not because he's bad, just because he's a little.
Well, yeah, go. The money. I'm sorry. He made $14 million. He goes.
Okay, he goes.
He goes.
He go. Javon Kinlaw. What do you got?
He stays.
I agree. He stays. I got him.
He stays. He stays.
Sebastian Joseph Day.
You're out of here. Gotta go.
He goes. Yeah, he didn't fit. Kevin Givens.
I think they find a way to keep Kevin.
You're gonna say he stays.
Yeah, he's a spot guy.
I'm gonna say he goes.
Yeah, no, you know what? He goes too. We need to get younger. He goes. We got to get young. We can do that in the draft.
Yeah, you got to turn over some of those guys. Chase Young.
Goes.
I agree. I think he goes. Oren Burks.
Goes.
Yep, I say he goes as well. Okay, Cleve Farrell.
Stays.
I agree. I think he even though I really didn't love the pick when they signed him last offseason, he grew on me too. And also I love the motor. I love his motor. Demetrius Flanagan Fowles.
I think it may be time for Demetrius to go, man. We got to elevate D Winners and what's that?
Jalen Graham.
Jalen Graham. Yeah.
Yeah.
He may get up out of here. It's time.
Tayshaun Gibson.
Gotta go, Gib.
Goes. I agree. Logan Ryan.
Go.
I agree. He's got to go. So I have the only guys I have staying are Chris Conley, Juwan Jennings, who's a restricted free agent, Ben Barch, Charlie Warner, Brandon Allen on offense, Kinlaw on D, Farrell on D, and that's it. You have just JJ, Barch, Pryor, Brandon Allen, Kinlaw, Farrell. So we're pretty much almost in 100% lockstep. The only one I'm saying Conley stays. You have him moving. He's a marginal backup receiver, not significant. You have Pryor staying. I have him going. He's a marginal backup, offensive lineman. Other than that, we went through every free agent, restricted or unrestricted, and we pretty much agree on every one of them. And I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys staying and the rest going. That's a lot of turnover for the 49ers, but I think it's the smart move. I think it's the right move.
Yeah, I agree as well. We got to get younger. We're I've said this before. In 2019, we were the hunters, right? We had that. We had the axe to grind, and we had to show and prove. Honestly, off of 2 bad years in 17 and 18, and we caught lightning in the bottle and didn't let it go. Went undefeated, and we were kind of like the boogeyman of the league. We were young. A lot of our picks were developing at the right time, and we just blossomed, and we looked like a team where it was just like, man, where are you guys coming from? Like, who's this Fred Warner guy? We don't even know him. Like, who's this Dre Greenlaw guy? Like, these guys have now become household names now, and they're older, and the strength of us, we don't need to forget where we came from. The strength of us was our depth. It was our waves of defensive line. It was our consistent pressure and being able to play at a certain tempo for 4 quarters, for 60 minutes. I feel like, in a sense, you've seen that drop off. Even if you look at this year, we won 5 games in a row. Then we started trailing off with effort. Guys started getting tired. Teams started running on us, and we lost 3 games in a row, right? We went and got that bye, came back rejuvenated, and then we faced the hottest team in the league, who were the Jacksonville Jaguars at the time. They were coming off of a bye, and we stomped a mud hole in them, going cross country, right? We keep going through. We get all the way to week 18. And the wheels fall off. We get tired. Quite frankly, we didn't look the same since Baltimore, right? I was at the Commanders game. We did not look good. We struggled to move the ball on them early in the half. It opened up earlier in the second half, but we obviously were not the same team as far as energy, tempo, and a lot of that doesn't have anything to do with our guys, but it just has everything to do with the process of how we do things, right? Trey Lance's pick hurt us, right? That's got to come from somewhere, right? It's got to come from somewhere. Not having those picks for all of these years hurt us, right? Jair Brown being essentially our first round pick hurt us. All right, we don't have the depth that we usually are accustomed to, and we got to get younger. Also, the draft picks that we do have that are younger, they haven't really been pulling their weight. All right, the tight end room, the Cameron Latu, Braden Willis, they haven't been consistent contributors, right? Like we need them to. None of the young linebackers are ready to get on the field on a consistent basis. Drake Jackson, he's in and out. All right, he was gone for the whole year. That's our youth. They got
to develop their youth a little bit better and a little faster than they have.
Yeah,
I think some of these guys. I think some of these guys can play, to be completely honest. I think Jalen Graham can play. I think Luter and Womack can play, but they've got to they got to somehow get these guys on the field at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but on a team like ours, where we're more of a veteran team now, where we have guys that are all pro, top 2 to 3 at their position, right? You need young guys we can't develop a young guy like we used to develop Dre or Fred, where we can literally give them the reps. They can get out there and play. You know what's ironic? The irony of how we play with young people now, with young guys now, versus how we built our team and how the players respond to the growth of the young guys now is hilarious, because we wouldn't have known what George Kittle can do, who was a late pick, if he did not get the reps, if he did not play week in, week out, understand the game. Now, the younger guys we got, we're trying to get development out of them, but there's not enough reps. There's not enough room to get our number one guys ready for a season and develop these guys along the way, especially not enough time that with the CBA that you used to have with boys. These boys barely have a 2-a-day. Like, really. Like, Larry, you know this. The 2-a-days that they have is lightweight. It's a tea party. So if you look at where we are as a team now, we need young guys that can contribute immediately. Whatever you do good, that's what you need to do right now, because on this team, we don't need your talent to span across the spectrum of a pro football player. We need you to be good at this right now. That's why Drake Jackson struggled. We took a bet on Drake Jackson because what did we bet on? His get off, his pass rush, his athleticism. The run game, all of that stuff, be damned. He still hasn't even brought that up. And then on top of it, getting to the quarterback has been an issue of his. So I want us to start drafting guys the way we picked up Fred Warner, looking at a guy with the anticipation of what he can be. Let's stop drafting guys because Tyler Kroft missed a tackle and Brock Purdy got hurt, so all of a sudden we fall in love with Cam Latu. Like, no. Go get the prototype that can follow George Kittle. You already have your blueprint of what you need in front of you, so go find those guys in the draft. That's what I feel like I want us to do, because the operative question is, looking at this draft, what did I ask you before the show, Larry? This draft is going to tell us if we're circling the wagons or if we're all in for a Super Bowl next year. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, they better be all in on the Super Bowl next year. I mean, if not, man, Trent Williams is going to lose his S, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, I mean, you got guys in the room there that got so close. I mean, I think as long as Lynch and Shanahan are here, Coach, I think until they win the Super Bowl, they're going to be all in on winning the Super Bowl, every year until they get it done. Because if they don't get it done, the regime's gonna, could end at some point. So I think they have to be all in. Now, if it gets to the point that Kittle, Bosa, Trent, and these guys are all retired, now that's a different deal. But I would say in the next 3 to 5 years, they're going to be all in every year, or at least they should be. They should be all in every year.